Why is it important to have the right people on the bus? Let me share with you an example from a situation that I had to deal with. So, I once had a senior manager reporting to me who was struggling significantly with a major reorganization. And I was their new leader, and they had been responsible for this area for several years. And they were struggling to understand, or I would say accept, that expectations had changed. And, in reality, our entire upline had changed. And what was being asked of this individual and the area had changed overnight. On one day we worked from one leadership team and we were expected to do X. And then the next day we worked for a completely different leadership team under the same company and were asked to do Y. So it was significant. And I tried for several months to get them on board with the changes, but their resistance was really strong. They felt like the changes being asked of them had been tried before and lacked support. They felt like organizationally they had gone down this path before, multiple times and had failed. And I couldn't convince them that, this time was different and really get them, what I would say, on the bus. And so, after several months, they came into my office and had a pretty heated conversation with me. It was a Friday afternoon and I listened, and afterwards, I told them, it's like, you're either working with us or working with me, or you're working against us, against me. And there's no real middle ground at this point in time, right? Here's what we're being asked to do. This is what we're being told to do. And you know what? They resigned on Monday. That was super painful. But I feel like everybody is replaceable, some people harder than others. And at the end, it wasn't the outcome I wanted. I was disappointed that they had made that decision. But, given the energy that was being spent on trying to persuade them to get on the bus, it ended up being the best outcome for them personally and for the organization.